Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Sunday, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. And man, last week was just an absolute banger of a week. I think I went 4 for 4 on the signals. So got the stats in for April. I'll actually share the last 3 months of stats that I have on the signal service. And I want to go over my levels and my tradable levels for this coming week. We should have a really exciting week in the markets, that's for sure. Let's get into it right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so taking a look, let's start off with the ES. I've got four bands drawn out based on price action and volume, which is my most important piece to this entire equation. We've got a band that we are currently, we were pretty much rejected. This is on the 1 hour. So we've had about maybe 6 hours of rejection at our first band right here, which is between the 57.23 and the 57.69. We do have a pretty juicy band that we were in pretty much a lot through last week that stretches down from the 54.88 to the 54.55. I had given you guys a tradable level at 54.65. That is actually where the point of control currently sits. So that just shows the power of these tradable levels that I provide you with, and today will be no different. I will give you guys some tradable levels on the ES and the NQ. Below here, we got another band at 5,400 down to 53.55, and the lowest band at 53.20 down to 52.86. And then we had some tradable levels that I gave you guys on Wednesday. Let me just pull those up. And I think the first, well, this was the NQ, so we'll get into that one in a little bit. And there was one right above. Here we go. We had that 55.45. We had some really good rejections off of that level, and you can see that it pretty much was support and resistance for a very, very long time on the charts. As far as some new tradable levels for this week on the ES, we've got one that I will put right here. Change this, and we will start at 55.45. Oops, gotta make it dotted. Gotta stay consistent. Here we go. So this is going to be a tradable level at 55.45. If we can get price action, get down here, I do anticipate us getting down into this area. There's just a lot of volume sitting down in this area right now. So I can definitely see either a rejection off of this band up here, which is in the kind of in that value low area, and then possibly a sweep back down to here. So 55.45 is an area that I will definitely be taking a look at. And the other area I had is way down here, so I'm probably even not going to it was at 50.40. I'm sorry, 50.43, which is in between this band. But we've got a tradable level in between there at 51.96. So we've got 55.45 as a tradable level. We've got 54.65 as a tradable level. And then we've got 51.96, and that is on the ES. If we take a look at the NQ, and blow this up a little bit, we've got a band below us at 19.825 down to 19.751. Again, I state this every single Sunday, but these are not necessarily tradable levels or tradable bands. This is just areas where there is a huge kind of a brick wall built into the market. So you can call it supply and demand, you can call it support and resistance. You know, you can really come up with any terminology you want for it. I just look at it as brick walls in the market that we will more than likely have a very high probability of getting a very, very big reaction, bigger reaction than we get off of the tradable levels in most cases, unless the tradable level kind of sits sometimes in a band. You know, those are really, really strong levels. But you just definitely want to know where these are at on your chart, so you hopefully don't scalp into one of them, and you don't want to be, again, you don't want to be going short, and you're going, you know, possibly a long situation off of one of these bands. The band underneath that one is from 19,529 to 19,467. A bunch of volume is sitting right here as well. So again, my personal feeling, and I know we got some big news coming out this week. So, you know, high impact news events will typically, is from what I've already been seeing, those are the big ones that will blow through these bands. Those are the ones that have the momentum, have the power to get through these bands. Just on regular trading days, we'll see it bounce. We'll retest these levels, you know, 4, 5, 6 times, and then finally get through them once we churn through that volume that might be sitting there. And again, yeah, this one already did. This one already, you know, came out of this band, so we'll see. This is maybe a lower probability band here, but this one here at 19,529 to 19,467, that's going to be a juicy one. And then we've got one at 19,190 down to 19,099, and I don't think that I got one. I got a band right there. Our lowest band is at 18,817 down to 18,730. We do have a tradable level that's still sitting there at 18,803, but that's pretty darn far from current price action. I'll update the levels here in a few minutes. Now, if you remember, if you go back to Wednesday's video, I left you guys with 2 tradable levels on Wednesday. My first level was at 2277. Where did the market react to? 2277. And I believe I have this chart. This is still on. I believe this is on the hour. No, yeah, I think this is still on the hour. But that's, I mean, right to the tick. Right to the tick is where you saw the very strong rejection off of that tradable level that I gave you guys. And now the tradable levels that I will be looking at, we've got one below where price action currently sits. Let me get this one ready here. At 19,360. So that sits right here, okay, in a big area of a big block of volume. Then this is, of course, filtered down into the 15 and 5 minute range. This is the 60-minute chart that I'm looking at. But these tradable levels are much more a sniper type of tradable levels that, you know, you guys can use. And I'm sorry, the one that's closest to price action is at 19,800. So that one's going to sit in this band here. Let's get this one prepped. And that one is at 19,800. So this one sits in this band right here. And this is going to be the closest tradable level that where we currently sit with price action is going to be at that 19,800 number. As I stated, you know, last week, took, I think, 4 signals, all were winners. Came out with my stats for April. Let's pull those up. So April 2025, 85% win rate. I think there was about 13 different signals. Now there's more signals, but though the ones that are not listed on here were invalidated, so there was no trade setups. On the NQ, we were plus 73.5 points, and on the ES, we were plus 21.25 points. And again, I think it was 13. I think it was 13 trades, had 2 losers in April. So that was really good. March had a lower hit rate, 71%, but a lot more trades. Still pretty damn positive. And then February, which was half of a month of the signals, was 100% hit rate. All of the signals were winners for February. And as I state each and every Sunday, if you're looking to trade, I want to consider it to be it's how do I say this in the right term? I guess for me, it seems like it's a pretty easy strategy, but nothing is easy in trading. That's for sure. There is 2 videos that I posted on how to find your 5 and 15-minute levels each and every morning. Start with that video, and then I have the video that incorporates the levels with the volume, which is what you see on my left-hand side of my chart, and is a huge component of my trading. So those 2 videos combined together will help you understand what I'm looking for on my levels trades, and how I scalp the ES, the NQ, and gold each and every day. Not many signals in gold recently. It's just been extremely volatile in gold, and there just haven't left many pockets in the volume that I feel really confident with. But the NQ and the ES has just been giving me enough setups where it keeps me very happy. So there's that. And then another thing that I've mentioned to you guys many times is, once you have your levels kind of mapped out each and every morning, if you want to join my Discord, I post these 5 and 15-minute scalpable levels each and every morning, and about an hour before the market opens, and they're there every single morning. So you can kind of map them out on your own, compare them to what I provide, and see if there's correlation there in the levels. And if you want to take it obviously a step further, and you want to get some specific entries, take profit 1, take profit 2, and stop loss, you can always join my signal service on Discord or in YouTube by clicking the join button below. Those are available. But everything that you need to trade this is all in my Discord. And if you go into strategy videos, the videos that I'm talking to you about that will help you with these levels are in here. If you want to learn and trade any of my other strategies, the videos are in there. And we even provide, for those that are in Ninja, a lot of my strategies are also automated and available to you for free as well. So the Discord's a great place to start, and it's a great place to learn what these videos are kind of all about. And with that being said, I'm wishing everybody an awesome rest of your weekend and an awesome trading week coming up. And if you haven't, please give me a comment. Just let me know how your trading has been. I know April was really nutty for a lot of newer traders. Probably haven't seen price action like that, but it was exciting. And I believe that this week is going to be probably tamer than what we've seen before, but like I said, we've got some pretty damn big headlines, or high impact news events that are coming out this week. So should be interesting. I will look out for my video on Wednesday. Take care, everybody.